first thing is to help them understand what the learning curve is. It's based on the S-curve that was popularized by E.M. Rogers in 1962. We used it at the Disruptive Innovation Fund to help us gauge how quickly an innovation would be adopted to help make the unpredictable predictable. So here's what it looks like. In fact, picture an S. So at the bottom of the S, growth will be very slow until a tipping point is reached, which is 10 to 15% of the market, and then you enter hypergrowth, so the steep part of the curve, and then at 90% or saturation, the growth tapers off. As we were applying this S-curve for investing, I had this insight that you could also apply it to individuals. That whenever you start something new, whenever you start a new project, start a new job, the S-curve, you've got an opportunity to disrupt. And so what does that mean? Well, the S-curve tells you, it helps you understand the psychology of what's happening for your employee. At the bottom of the S-curve, it's going to feel like nothing is happening. Growth is very slow. So this helps your employee feel less discouraged. And it also helps you as a manager be less impatient. Every person, including you, the manager, is on a learning curve. And your organization is a collection of learning curves. Based on our research, you optimize for innovation, you optimize for building a great team, one that can manage through change, by having 15% of your people at the low end of that learning curve. At that point in time, they're going to be inexperienced, so again, you've got to be patient, but also because they're inexperienced, they ask questions like, why do we do it like this? And with those questions come opportunities for innovation, for insights, for doing something different that could really move your company forward. You then want to have 70% of your people in the sweet spot. This is where people are feeling competent and confident. They know enough, but not too much. What you want to do with them is push them hard, give them constraints, give them challenges, give them stretch assignments, put them in a box and say, I want you to now get out of that box. Then, once they get to the top of the curve, they've become masters, and you want about 15% of your people here. They're not necessarily going to be innovative, but because they're at the top of this curve, it's like a mountain. They've got perspective. The risk is if you let them stay there too long, that plateau could become a precipice because they're bored, and bored people don't innovate, they get disrupted. In fact, if you want to know if your company is at risk of being disrupted, just take the pulse of your workforce. Too many people at the high end, you're at risk.